Acapellas.
Oh yeah, the acapellas.
Acapellas. We're gonna go over Chris's first. Chris, y'all know Chris Smith. You know, we lost him tragically. R.I.P. Before he passed away, we had a blessing to have him in the studio one time because he's always doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He had problems with jail, going in and out of jail.
Yeah.
But we finally got Chris in the studio because he's more of a freestyler.
Yeah.
Some rappers don't record. It's hard for rappers to record.
Yeah.
We got a dope ass acapella that he just spit randomly. First time he's in the studio, check it out. It's uncut, unedited, so it may not be the best quality, but it's Chris's voice on a track.
Yeah, I mean, really, he's dope enough to where you don't really have to edit much of his stuff.
It was his first time recording in the studio, so I ain't even trying to downplay it.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, man. I just love hearing his rhymes.
Yeah, just natural skill. He was born with it.
And if y'all ever hear the song "Bring the Pain," the only official song we have with Chris on it, that's his first time in the studio.
Oh yeah.
He fucking murdered that song. It sounds so dope.
Man.
First time in his life in a professional studio.
Because I really felt like after we made that song, I was like, yeah, we can make more songs like this, and it's like me, Tommy, Chris,
could have been a whole album,
like a rap click kind of thing.
That would be so dope.
Man. Oh man.
R.I.P. Chris, man. He's got a dope ass acapella. Please go check it out.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to my acapella. It's called "Snap." And man, I wrote this song first of all, we were working on acapella EP, which at the time I thought was a good idea, but now it sounds just kind of dumb in my head. But I liked recording acapellas, and I do more.
I mean, man, Snap was the shit.
It's really rough and uncut, but it's basically just me going through like I could snap at any minute, like the kind of shit that just kind of goes through my head, just kind of airing out, kind of my worst thoughts.
Yeah. And
I was going to a real dark place when I recorded it, but maybe it'll help people, I hope, because it is about depression and suicide. But take caution, listen to that song, and I hope y'all enjoy it.
Trigger warning.
It's me getting all my anger out, so I kind of talk about stuff that I wouldn't really do in real life, but. Anyways, I'm going to move on to World Argument.
Yeah.
Bar 5.
World Argument.
Bar 5. By far, my favorite acapella.
Man, I
fucking love this song.
Man, I don't know, it's just whenever I tried to make...
Hold on one second. Just to let y'all know. 540 Podcast, we talk about music and only music. We don't talk about politics or anything else like that. But we do love science.
Yes.
So there's one group of people. We're going to try not to go after anybody. No rappers, no politicians, nothing like that. There's one group of people we're coming after.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that group of people, Michael?
Flat Earthers.
B.O.B., we will diss you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually know a couple of Flat Earthers.
I'm just kidding, y'all.
But... even I could get along with almost everybody, but most of the flat earther community are crazy.
That's funny.
Or they're just narcissistic to the point where they don't take the word from experts. But I could talk about that all day.
My biggest problem with flat earthers is they think every scientist and world government is lying to them.
Yeah, they think, yeah.
But they believe Dave on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They believe a guy with a board and a string. They believe that guy.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah.
They believe that guy, but they don't believe scientists. They don't believe people who have been to space.
And they don't even have, an actual concrete, set-in-stone belief in what the world is.
I've heard so much, there's nothing beyond the ice wall. I've heard there's other worlds beyond the ice wall.
Yeah, I've heard that, basically, it's just a disk out in space, and so are all the other planets. And I've also heard that the other planets are ethereal. I've heard the reason that we don't just float up into the air, because they don't believe in gravity, they believe in buoyancy. Buoyancy is not a force, just so you know about that.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But basically, they say, some of them say, instead of buoyancy, the planet is basically, or the flat Earth is going upwards at such a pace that it's keeping us on the ground. It's just a very ridiculous.
What's
belief
crazy?
system.
What's crazy if you believe the Earth is moving up to create gravity? Why is it so complicated to believe that it was be a disk to create gravity?
Well, that's the thing. It can because
theoretically,
it's
I
mass.
mean, it makes sense in the fact that like that would work on Earth, but would that work in a vacuum?
Like a disk world.
Would it work in a vacuum that if you just push something, it's going to create gravity?
Well, yeah. Basically because of I don't want to say centrifugal force, but it's like basically if you're in space and you have something spinning, you can simulate gravity.
Right, but exactly, you need it to spin, so it's going to have to spin around.
Going up might not work.
I mean, there's no up in space, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, because like, that's the whole thing.
Theoretically, this would be possible if it was spinning around a star. Like if you had a disk spinning like that around a star.
Yeah, and there was enough mass on the disk to actually have enough gravitational force.
But the star would only exist because of gravity. Because of the gravity making a cylinder.
Yeah.
So it's impossible, like, the disk would never be formed.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, it would have to be an artificial gigastructure.
Right, in order for the disk to have gravity, it would have to spin around something.
Yeah, which means that,
it would be spherical.
The flat earthers, would have to accept that maybe aliens created the planet or something.
They believe aliens are from outer space. Not outer space, but outer space. Like space outside of the...
Yeah, the ether.
Okay, so basically we got to get off this subject.
Yeah.
We're going to do a whole segment on this.
Like I said, I could talk about it all day.
Listen to the song. It's called World Argument, and it's about flat earthers.